This is the IST Health Tip of the Day. I'm your host, Roberto Parker. This podcast, we tackle the tough questions related to exercise, training for athletes, human performance, biochemical, biomechanical dysfunctions, problems that sometimes you have questions about that you don't quite know the answer to. So stay tuned, enjoy, take good notes, and God bless. Yesterday, I had the privilege of speaking to a group of senior citizens that I'm closely related to, better known as senior citizens. And we talked about health, muscle tone, eating habits, reaction time. So I want to follow up a little bit more with that. And of course, I'm going to put this out for everybody to listen to. I've talked about some of these topics before, some of my past podcasts, but I think it's worth cultivating up again and regenerating again. The drug of choice. The drug of choice that I believe that everybody should invest in for good health. Number one, and these are not necessarily in the order of importance, fresh air. Go outside, get some fresh air, take some good, deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth to get air into the lungs, to get the pulmonary system functioning properly. The second one, clean water. Now, you're going to have a hard time finding this today, really, but there's a website you can go to, and I don't have it at the top of my head. I believe it's springs.com or watersprings.com, but you might want to go to a search engine to check that out. But there's a website that'll tell you where all the spring wells are and spring water reservoirs or tributaries are listed throughout the country. The next one is sleep. Sleep is a very, very, very important component. I did a podcast a few days ago about this. If I had to choose between sleep, getting the quality amount of sleep, and exercise, I'm going to choose sleep most times and probably minimize exercise. Sleep is crucially important. That's when your body regenerates itself. Not to mention, when you're sleeping, there's about a 4 hour window in which you're getting your REM, your rapid eye movement. Now, you just don't lay the head on the pillow and go right into rapid eye movement. It takes maybe an hour or two to get to that phase. So, in most cases, it's going to take about 6 to 8 hours of sleep, 6 to 8 hours of good quality sleep. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. Activity. Activity is non exercise movement, moving without some sort of a structured environment in which you're exercising, riding a bicycle for fun, going in the pool with some friends and splashing around, playing badminton in the backyard with your kids or your grandkids or some loved ones or some friends. Doesn't matter. Going out for a long walk. So that is non exercise activity. Now, the next one is exercise. Exercise is going to be more structured. 3 days a week, for anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. And if you can't do that, I recommend daily at least 5 minutes. That's to make up for the time that you wouldn't have to invest in doing it 3 days a week. So if you've got to fit in like a 5 minute window on a daily basis, if you can't do the 3 days a week for about 30 to 40 minutes. The next one is sunshine, vitamin D. Vitamin D is crucially important, guys. You've got to have it. Studies have shown that people who are low in vitamin D are a lot more susceptible to diseases such as cancer and other metabolic disorders. Not to mention sunshine, when you go out and you expose your body to the sun, especially your eyes, will set your circadian rhythm for the day, meaning cortisol production. And at night, the more sun you're exposed to during the day, your melatonin levels will be elevated, which will help you sleep better. Now, a few more things I want to throw in. All of us are different individually. All of us are different from a biochemical perspective. There are some people who respond better to certain types of training exercise programs. There are certain people who respond better to certain types of eating programs, whether it's a carnivorous, whether it's a vegetarian, whether it's a combination of both. Basically, the way I look at it, are you more animal-based or plant-based? Are you a combination of both? There are some people who can tolerate a lot more animal-based foods, almost a carnivore. And there's some people who are strictly carnivore and they love it. Some people cannot do that. Their bodies don't like it very much. And vice versa. There's some people who can almost be totally vegetarianism or veganism, or very, very close to that. And their bodies love it and some don't like it. It all depends on how your body feels in terms of digestibility. Now, the next one is genetic versus epigenetic. Genetics are what you're born with. Epigenetics is more based upon what you work with, how you're born with. So, all of us have a DNA. How we express that DNA is relative to our lifestyle. Exercise, activity, getting enough sleep, all of the things we talked about being the drug of choice. Now, the epigenetic are things that you can pretty much control. You cannot control what genes you have that your parents gave you. You cannot control that. You're stuck with it. But you can build upon that which they have given you. Okay, now the last one is called SMECH. This is an acronym: sleep, mood, energy, cravings, hunger. Are you sleeping qualitatively? What type of mood swings do you have, or do you have mood swings? What type of energy levels do you have? Do you have food cravings? You should not be having a lot of food cravings, if any. Do you have a good, healthy appetite? If you sleep well, your moods are stable, your energy levels are stable, energy during the day, sleep well at night, you have no food cravings, have a healthy appetite, chances are you're in pretty good health. Now, SMECH is more subjective. I doubt if your doctor is going to just totally take your word for it, but SMECH is more subjective because sometimes things will linger. You might feel great for a while, and all of a sudden, boom, something hits you. But SMECH is a fairly good indicator of what your body is going through and how your body's feeling and how your body's immune system is handling all the stuff that's out there in the environment. Because all of us are pretty much consisting of viruses, bacteria, and cells. That's what human beings are. In fact, almost 50% of our bodies are viral. And how those viruses and bacteria and cells all interact will determine our basic health. So guys, this was kind of a synopsis of some more in-depth information I wanted to talk about yesterday. And it's good to, like I said, to regenerate on this stuff, to bring it up again, to reinforce it. So take that for what it's worth. I hope you've learned something. If you need any help with anything in regards to your health, your fitness, your eating plan, I do menu planning now. If you want to do that, give me a call, contact me. My information is on the screen here in a second. I'm on Facebook, subscribe. I'm on Rumble, subscribe. I'm on Twitter, subscribe. I'm on LinkedIn, subscribe. Okay? I'm out there. So take care. God bless. This has been another IST health tip of the day. Bye-bye.